everyone, my name is Naledi Manyaka from the University of the Western Cape. I am currently doing my master's in environmental and water science, and today I will be presenting on my research workflow for flood mapping in Mpumalanga, which was done with integration through Google Earth Engine, as well as an analysis that was done on RStudio. Yes, so the reason for, here are the three core functions of the framework. Basically, is for flood detection, as well as land use, land cover change tracking, and rainfall threshold analysis to check the relationship between rainfall and flood, and determine the thresholds that lead to flood occurrence. So for data collection, our data was collected on Google Earth Engine for land use, land cover, for flood maps as well, and for rainfall. So for flood mapping, we use Sentinel-1. And then for land use, land cover, we used the random forest machine learning algorithm on Sentinel-2. And then for our rainfall data, we used CHIPS daily data analysis. And then now for data analysis and visualization was done in RStudio. And then now we were assessing the changes, the land use, land cover change between 2016 and 2023. And then as you can see the code there where we were basically, where we created the Sankey diagram to see the changes, like which class basically changed from what. And as you can see there, we have the classes, we have forest, we have build-ups, we have water, bodies, and grassland. And then it shows from 2016 which ones transitions to which class in 2023. And then same thing was done for rainfall and flood relationship. The statistical analysis was done in RStudio, where we determined the optimal threshold and the flood probability. And then after I used the summary to get the correlation, the p-values. And then another study example is one by Udirile Mamba, where she was looking at wetland vulnerability in Cape Town. She was trying to determine a threshold that can be used throughout the wetlands in Cape Town. As you can see there on top, it shows different places or different wetlands within within Cape Town, and then the data was analyzed on Google on RStudio. Those diagrams there were also plotted. We also plotted on RStudio using the packages ggplot2 as well as alluvial. And then we are currently working on a notebook repository that will be hosted on GitHub. The purpose for it is basically to upload all the codes that we are using, all the frameworks and the methods, to make them available, and with step-by-step guides on how to run the codes basically. And then which also calls for collaboration with other organizations and within the institutions to work together in terms of updating the frameworks, updating the codes. And another challenge or limitation was using CHIPS instead of using the rainfall data. That was from South African Weather Services. So we'd like to also in future collaborate with such organizations whereby we get to use our local data for such research. Thank you.